Hi Scorpio, welcome to your June 2018 reading. My name is Donatella and I will be doing your forecast this month. This month your reading will be divided into two portions. As always, I have written something in the beginning about your astrology, and the next portion is your tarot reading. If you find this reading resonating with you and you need to contact me if you would like to get a personal reading, please email me at Donatella, Empress of Swords, and I've also written it at the bottom where the description box is. And if you'd like, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want, please comment. I love all the comments that we get. Really appreciate that. Okay, so as we left the season of Taurus, the sun is in Gemini, and this happens from May 21st to June 21st. We enter the season Gemini, and it's ruled by the planet of Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And Gemini is the sign of duality. We can find duality in ourselves and others, and it causes us to want to increase our communication. We can feel the need to be more social, talkative, and whimsical. But remember, you can also feel very indecisive and even nosy. This is a time when you feel the need to strengthen your communication with active listening. This is a way where you practice your mirroring skills. And after a person is done talking, it is really important that you play back what they have said, especially if it's an important matter. I have learned that there is a 3-step process to problem solving, and this is after you have actively listened and played back what the person has said. The first one is to empathize, the second one is to reassure, and the third one is to resolve. After a person is done speaking, it's best to listen to them finish. When the person is done complaining, repeat back what you have heard and empathize. If you see a frustration, take yourself into a point where you can fully immerse yourself in another person's shoes with no judgment. Saying things like, "I understand that you went through a lot of pain. Wow, you do so much." Basically agreeing to the frustration. And my most favorite saying when I'm frustrated is another person saying, "I know, right?" At this point, it's not about being right or wrong. Feelings are just sensors, like light sensors in a car saying that your engine light is on. You're just confirming that the engine is broken, or that it needs a oil change, or just some repair. You can't just get mad at your car whenever it needs a single oil change, can you? Okay. So just acknowledge nothing is personal, and even your body needs to go to the doctor at times. You can't be mad at that when you have to nurture it. And number 2, reassure. Reassure the person that you care for that you are in this together, actually verbally and even telling them that we are in this together. Even if in actuality this is something you wish from them, because mirroring plays a big part. Reassuring a person means you have the understanding of knowing how important another person's issues are. When you realize the more alliances you have, the more others work the same for you. You will start realizing you can affect your own happiness because of cause and effect. Are you willing to see compromises for the best? Are you being compassionate enough to reassure someone else? And number 3, the final step is to resolve. By showing others that you are sensitive and strong enough to make magic happen, the final step automatically comes into play with much less effort than before. Processing the first 2 steps, empathizing and reassuring, allows the third final step to take its place in its own form naturally. This all comes from your own mind, your own heart, spirit, your own joy, positivity, mapping yourself into a state that you want to be in. When there is a lack of positive communication, meaning that there's no listening, no compromising, no security, and there's judgment, blame, negativity, you find yourself wanting and needing more loopholes. And in a result, you even feel weaker as a result. As a human being, when your needs are not met, even by just a natural way of communication, it can make a person feel like they need to scavenger just to satisfy their own hunger. In that sense, we become animals when we go into starvation. Starvation can be a form of lack of air, meaning not enough space, lack of food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, meaning fluctuations and feeling like you're not balanced, to the point that it causes death. Excretion, whether it's your feelings that you need to purge or you need to excrete something you've always wanted to get rid of. But most important, you just need to talk to others to find out how to problem solve. And a lot of that time, people are not intuitive. They are not aware of the directions that you want. You need to know that setting your GPS always has to be set on and at a much higher frequency. Because one false move doesn't affect just yourself, but affects your family, your children, your stability, your finance, and other things that are important to you. There can be negative influences from many different facets in your life. And sometimes it's not just the people, but it's the music and the environment or the feeling of just lack. Satisfying the hunger from loopholes can mean talking to others about internal issues, the parties that are outside of the relationship that can cause conflict, family or friends, or going to others for solution rather than the person that you have issues with. A lot of that can mean that sometimes the answer is just compromise. Turning your feelings off with drugs and alcohol, using forms of numbing your feelings will block intuitive nudges your body has been trying to show you. There's a reason why your stomach feels funny when you don't feel good about someone. These are sensors, and the more we block ourselves, it becomes like a callus to heal a broken heart. Numbing yourself with shopping or gambling, as we find distractions, we cause ourselves to get into more debt, adding more than just relationship issues, but now adding debt into the mix. Finding different sexual partners or other new family or friends to replace old wounds. Distracting oneself in ways where you don't have to feel the pain. Social distractions, religious distractions, overeating, immersing oneself into work can also serve as a distraction. You will understand that distractions have their own time and place. This is just a temporary time of suspension. The question is, how long do you want to sit in it? Because also in June is also one of the most entertaining times of 2018. Most weddings are in the month of June. A lot of celebrations and gatherings are in the month starting during this time. Gemini in the deck of tarot is actually the Lover's card and the Soulmate card. It's accepting the duality of souls, both different but divinely paired. Like salt and the pepper shaker, both perfectly set on the dinner table. Always, however, they are completely different, which is why they are so awesomely paired. The June 2018 full moon gives you the initiative and resourcefulness, meaning that you will be restructured in a way that works for you, especially after the last months when the full moon was highlighted in the truth. During the next 2 weeks, you are likely to feel more serious than usual and experience sadness, guilt, fear, restriction, or even inhibition. However, you will be severely tested to make sure that you get what you truly want. During this time, you will feel a positive push for your life and a willingness to break free. What are you choosing to walk away from? These positive factors are not as strong in Saturn retrograde, so you will have to work very hard to make sure that the changes in your life are what you want and need. There may be a sense of going backwards in the way that we structure to fix things as we move forward from April 17th at 9 degrees of Capricorn, and it ends on September 6th at September will be a portal of major change whichever way you started directing your life back in April. The Gemini season teaches us to accept the good and the bad and ask you to see the Pandora box in front of you. Realize what you are willing to sacrifice for. But unless you know the truth, and knowing the truth means allowing others to be vulnerable, to know that there can always be a solution if that is the position that you want for yourself. When you sacrifice for someone, is it a true mirror that will sacrifice for you? You must understand, to have someone like that, you must also open up in a vulnerable way. An accepted, nurtured way through the healing of communication with thorough compassion, empathy, and resolution. Now understand that if you are in a position of savior, you will mirror a partner just that way. However, in a different direction. Remember how I said one is salt and the other one is pepper. Accepting beauty and difference. Understanding what your intentions are. If you are in need, you will also find others that way. The reason for you meeting several types of people is for you to understand the lessons in life, to heal, to learn unconditional love, and learn what cycles are causing different changes. Once you are secure in your energy in a much more positive way, you will only project what is more positive if you constantly feed it that water. Okay, Scorpio, now we are going to get started on your reading. Okay, so you are in the developmental thought right now. to increase income. It's really, really weighing on your mind heavily. You want to do something where you are succeeding financially, but what's crossing is that you're waiting for the blocks to get out of your way. You feel like there's a lot of blocks in your way right now, and you're trying to really succeed. That's really what you want to do. On the front of your mind, there's a part of you that's kind of still healing, because if there was 5 portions of your heart, 3 portions of those are broken, but you're really more focused on what is broken and much less focused on what you still have available. So what you need to realize, Scorpio, is that there's 2 cups that still have lots of love filled inside of them that you can drink from. And you don't have to pay attention to the empty 3 cups. So realize that you're not alone. You're just staring at the cups that are empty. And when you're paying attention to loss, you're paying attention to lack, and it's so hurtful that you don't even want to look back and see what is good. And that could be because you had some kind of feeling of betrayal in the past. There was people that you trusted in your life, and you feel like you have this feeling like, you know, you've been hurt and tortured between other people. Whether it's in your own relationship or through friends or in your, you know, partnership or whatever you're going through. But there's a lot of that feeling, but it looks like in the past you came out of that. You know, you didn't let you didn't harbor any resentment. But the problem is that it makes you feel like it stalls you on making your life progress. That's the only thing. You want your life to move forward. You see success ahead of yourself. You see progress ahead of yourself. You focus on it a lot, but you feel like there are certain things that in your heart that kind of don't allow you to push and motivate yourself. So in the near future, you're going to have to really look closely into seeing what it is that you want to do, because not everything is as it appears. So I'm going to show you this card, okay? This is the Moon card, and basically this card, what it means is there's illusions. So there's something that you need to open your mind to, that you have, that is different than what you were thinking of in your path. There's something that you're not really looking into, that you want to take a step on into the future. And it could be possibly because of I see an astrological sign here. It could be either a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, but it could be an air sign. This person is in a king position, however, they are upside down, meaning that there is not that good communication with this person. And it makes you feel like you cannot take you don't know what kind of direction to take, or it's a person that you really need to communicate with. This person is a person that is like a controlling, not a controlling factor in your life, but you really rely on this person's communication. You really rely on what this person has to say. And after you have a moment of period where you have the ability to talk to this person once and for all, as the month progresses, you know, going towards more July, you're going to have this sense of success within yourself. You're going to feel really good about yourself, because there is a time where you're going to celebrate and feel successful, and it's going to be more towards the summer, but it's going to be a well-rested period. It's going to be like a journey for you, so that way you can actually really enjoy the process that is coming towards you. And it's not the starting of the money or the love, but the world is opening up to you. So it's not a specific direction, but all of a sudden you're going to see the cycle of the world starting to open up for you in doors that you had never imagined before. Once this door opens up for you, when you start realizing that there's different opportunities in different ways, you're going to have so many options, you're not even going to know what to choose from. So there's going to be different things. You're going to, you know, at the end, you're always going to be able to make your own decision. But the thing is that you have to wait it out, because this time around things are moving in a different perspective that you had no idea how it was going to move. But as you allow this season to unfold, you're going to be very surprised, because at the near end I have the World card for you, Scorpio, and you're going to be really enjoy that one. So things are going to be changing. Things are going to be looking a little bit different for you, and you're going to be excited about that. All right, guys. Well, if you guys like this reading, please like, please share, please subscribe. If you'd like to reach me, please contact me at Donatella, Empress of Swords, at gmail.com. If you'd like to have a personal reading, please contact me at the same email. Thank you guys for sharing this time with me, and I hope to see you guys at the end of the month. Take care. Love you guys.